I'm sure Kirby and non-Kirby fans alike all agree that the majority of the Kirby games are pure insanity in terms of lore and gameplay. If I attempted to explain Kirby lore, this video will probably be like hours long, so I'm not doing that for everyone's sake. However, there is one Kirby game that always stood out the most to me due to its eerie nature and disturbing visuals, disguised as a light-hearted adventure featuring everyone's favorite pink blob. That game is none other than Kirby 64 The Crystal Shards. The plot of this game is nothing too different from other Kirby games. Kirby's stargazing and has been ambushed by a teetering ribbon who escaped from her home planet, Ripplestar, which has been overcome by dark matter and is seeking a powerful warrior to help restore peace. Your objective is to traverse through the different planets and obtain as many crystal shards as possible to generate enough power to take on the life-threatening entities. You begin on planet Popstar as per usual in typical Kirby fashion, and as you progress through each level, you recruit more teammates such as Waddle Dee, Adeline, and King Dedede, each with their own unique abilities that will prove to aid Kirby on his quest. This is all fine and dandy, but have you ever noticed how eerie the atmosphere feels in each level? Like there's this overbearing sense of loneliness as you progress through every level, including the very first one. Maybe it's because of the way the camera's set up, but in all my years of playing this game, I've always felt weirded out, but intrigued simultaneously by all of the abandoned buildings present in almost every level. For instance, in the quiet forest level on Popstar, although there are enemies plaguing the forest, there is a strange lingering feeling, like someone or something is watching your every move from within the crimson trees. Can't help but wonder who carved the inside of this massive tree, as it's quite obvious it was occupied briefly before Kirby arrived on scene. Another level that comes to mind is the first one on Planet Rockstar. You enter a barren field filled with broken pillars laying on the ground, which has become infested with enemies. I assume this used to be a battlefield of some sort. With the ongoing war, they eventually overtook the lives of many to the point where there are no survivors. As you progress through the level, you enter a cave which is filled with spirits tossing fire in a huge pit leading to death. What is the purpose of this cave, I wonder? Maybe it was a trap house created by one side to lure the opposing side into entering and fell upon entering. I feel as though the levels become more and more liminal as you progress through the game. But there is another eerie level that showcases a strong sense of isolation and loneliness in my opinion, which is Shiverstar. I'm sure we all know about the abandoned mall level and how it's rumored that this used to be planet Earth before everyone evacuated for unknown reasons, which makes a lot of sense as this planet heavily resembles Earth in a variety of ways. Playing as tiny Kirby and traversing this gigantic abandoned mall feels depressing, which kinda contradicts the happy-go-lucky nature of most Kirby games. The level afterwards is even creepier as you crawl into an underground factory where giant robots have taken over and are building some sort of robotic utopian society with eerie science experiments contained in giant vials. Combining that sense of dread of avoiding being crushed by hammers and ceilings, and the banger of a soundtrack known as Factory Inspection, the developers who worked on this game did an excellent job of creating an uneasy environment that allows the players to forget that they're indeed playing a Kirby game. But perhaps the most lonely feeling inducing level in the entire game is Ripplestar. The first level right up from the get-go already feels off. It's supposed to resemble the cheery side of Ripple before it was invaded by dark matter, and it's almost like a front set up by the enemy to lure Kirby into a false sense of security. The following levels then illustrate the gloomy nature of the planet ever since it was overcome by darkness. Later on, there is another creepy level in which you must fight a barrage of enemies in order to progress to the next room. The way the rooms are decorated feels so artificial, like it was designed by AI, programmed to create the most stereotypical, happy environment with all sorts of childlike paintings and colors on the walls and ceilings, which adds to the isolation factor even more than before. Overall, I thoroughly enjoy games with liminal environments, such as this in Super Mario 64, because how nostalgic it feels when playing. Kirby 64 is perhaps my favorite Kirby game of all time, and this largely contributes to that. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe for more videos like this.